Take 551. How do I cook my greens so they don't always taste like greens? Pick flavors that you enjoy, whether it's Caribbean flavors or Thai flavors, Asian flavors, West African cooking, Haitian. Select a type of cuisine that you like. And then you're going to take some of the seasonings from that cuisine and incorporate them into your greens. And you can do this with any of your vegetables or any of your meats, your proteins. So for example, if you wanted to make Thai style greens, I would start with some onions. I would saute them in coconut oil. And then I would salt the onions just to break down and help with the cooking process for the onions to help them caramelize. So once they're translucent, then you would add some ginger and some garlic to them. And then maybe a little bit of lime zest. And then if you have any laying around, maybe some lemongrass or some cilantro. And then you would let that, just saute a little bit, not too long. You don't want it to burn. You don't want it to overcook. And then once you have a fragrance kind of going with those onions and all those wonderful spices that you have going on, always use your nose with cooking. Once you smell those flavors, then you're going to add your cleaned, chopped, and rinsed greens. And you're going to simply put them on top of your greens, on top of your onions. And then you're going to put a top on and let them wilt down, let them cook down. You don't need any liquid in the pot because your greens already contain water. So that water is going to cook down. And it's going to kind of build a little bit of a sauce in your greens. If you want to add like a vegetable bouillon or a little bit of veggie stock or a little bit of white wine, you certainly can do that. So once those greens are wilted down, take the lid off, use some tongs, turn them around, stir them up with the onions, get everything nice and cooked and all the flavors in there. And then once you do that, just cook them to where you like them. I don't like to overcook my greens. I, keep them green and I keep them, tender but cooked. Some people like to extend the cooking time of their greens, which is absolutely fine. They like them, more tender than I would prefer them. And then you can taste the leaf or two and see what you need. Do you need salt? Recognizing that at the end of the cooking, you're going to add a little bit of lime juice. And then, taste it again. If you need a little bit of sweetness, I would suggest maybe a little bit of maple syrup or maybe a little bit of orange juice. Orange juice is sweet, right? So that would add a little bit of sweetener to your greens. And it would also kind of change the flavor just a little bit. That would go with that lime zest, the lime juice, and the lemongrass, and the cilantro. So that's what I would say. I would definitely say experiment with flavors. A lot of mistakes in the kitchen create wonderful dishes. So start thinking about when you go out to eat what flavors you really enjoy. Do you like acidic things? Do you like sweet things? Do you like savory things? Maybe add some mushrooms to your greens or some bell pepper to your greens. Don't think of greens as a side dish. If you start thinking more of your vegetables as a main dish, then wonderful things start to happen. You get adventurous and you experiment and you like to see what you can come up with. So, experiment. Get back in that kitchen. Have fun in the kitchen. Enjoy cooking. Enjoy experimenting and see exactly what you can come up with. So thank you very much for tuning in. Again, this is Chef Alexa. Thank you so much for all of your questions. Feel free to keep them coming. I enjoy all of the responses that I get from your comments and your inbox messages and your direct messages on Instagram. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I will talk to you again soon. Take care.